Hey, how y'all doing? Eric again with Adventures ASMR. Hope you're all doing well. Well, just want to do a quick video on 10 things I miss the most about the Philippines. Why 10? I just felt it was a good number to stop at. I can think of a lot more than 10, but I'll leave it at that. I'd like to hear from you guys. What are some things that you miss about the Philippines the most as soon as you get home? Now, me personally, I know each time I fly out of the Philippines, you get to the airport and you don't think much of it. By the time you're sitting on that plane's taking off, you're looking out the window. It's like a little piece inside of you wants to cry almost, but you don't because you're a man. So instead, you order the 40,000-foot charcuterie board for $11.95 and find out it is not as good as advertised, but blessing in disguise because now you have something else to preoccupy your mind. Not thinking about how much you miss the Philippines until you land in Tokyo, or at least that was my experience last time that I left. Yeah, I don't know anybody else, but Philippine Airlines, let's just touch on that. I still get several meals from them each time I fly Philippine Airlines. Some of these other airlines, they make you pay everything's a la carte, and it's not just Spirit Airlines for those who are familiar with that company. But no, everything. Even when I flew to Japan, it's not a crazy long flight, 4.5 hours, 5 hours. You figure they'd give you something, but no, 100% of everything was, you gotta pay for everything. Anyway, enough on that. So 10 things. First thing I noticed, you get home, and once again, I'm in New Jersey. You go to the grocery store. Now I get it. They canceled, and this is some of these things are very petty, but you go to the grocery store. I get it. They don't have they don't do the bags anymore. Bad for the environment, blah, 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 whatever. But in the Philippines, yeah, same thing. Maybe they have bags, maybe they don't. And sometimes they have bags, they make you pay like 2 pesos, something like that. Understandable, fine. I can reason with that. No big deal. But what I loved the most was the baggers. Anywhere you went, excellent service. As soon as you paid for something, if it was more than just a few items that you can carry by hand or in a small bag, almost every single time, instantly they'd have somebody come over. I feel like they took one look at me, they saw this white guy, and they're like, oh, this idiot, he has no idea what to do with all this stuff, and he's not going to know how to bag it. But whatever, be that as it may, I always got excellent service. Very friendly, came over, put everything. Usually they have those boxes there, so they're giving you the cardboard. They'll tie it up all nice and tight for you and send you on your way. But hell, got back to Jersey. I forgot about the no bags thing, because that was always a thing growing up. That just started a couple of years, 2-3 years ago, maybe a little bit more by now, but no more bags. And then on top of that, there's no baggers. So you get somebody, a lot of these people at checkout, $20 an hour, scans whatever it is you're buying, pushes everything down the belt, and then just stands there and looks at you. And in their mind, their job is done, obligation complete. All that stuff, that's on you. You got to figure out what you're doing with that, how you're bagging it, and how you're getting it the hell out of there. But I do miss that. I do miss the service. Excellent service in the Philippines on just about anything. Someone will come over and you'll have multiple people assisting you. All the time. That happens more often than not. How about you guys? Is that an experience that you share as well? You get home and there's nobody helping I'm sure some places do, I don't know, but I think a lot of places now, it's, hey buddy, you're on your own. But let me know what you think about that one. So second thing I miss the most, it's got to be the beaches. I'm trying to put these in some sort of order of somewhat importance to me. But the beaches. Now, I get it. I'm in the United States. I could take a flight down south and, Florida, the Keys. Hawaii is technically still the U.S. Then we have some islands over in the Bahamas, blah, 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 Guam, who knows. Anyway, but no, just for here, for what most people would consider, U.S. proper, so to speak. Now, being in Jersey, obviously December, it is not beach season, but yeah, no, I miss the beaches. And even if it was beach season, I mean, Jersey's not the greatest of beaches. It is cleaner than I think most people realize or make jokes about. Leave it in the comments. Any comments, positive, negative. I'm sure someone's thinking something. But yeah, the beaches. Now, from Manila, you got to kind of travel several hours to get to any beaches at all. And then even with that, it's not where the best beaches are. But to think you could jump on a plane right out of Manila for what my trip to Boracay, completely not planned ahead of time, was what, even planned ahead of time, you could do cheaper. But I got round trip flights, $29.50 or $29. So it was what, $14.50 each way, round trip. Amazing. Yeah, that's great. Same thing if you're hopping over to Cebu or a lot of these other places, Palawan, any of the larger islands, especially Cebu does have their own international airport there. You're gonna be fine. But yeah, I miss the beaches. Beaches year round, even in rain season. You can hit some good days, or a lot of times rain season, it's not raining every day. Get to the beach in the morning. Sometimes it'll be sunny for a few hours and then all of a sudden the rain will roll through. But beaches. How about you guys? I know some people might live near some nice places, especially if you're, to me, in my mind, I've never been in Australia, but to me, I'm thinking if you live in Australia, you just live near really nice, gigantic beaches like the ones you see on TV, or I don't know, anything like that. I know Australia's gigantic, so to have that as my picture of it, there's so many things that are not even touching the ocean, but I think that's what most Americans are thinking. Anyway, beaches. Number 3, I'd have to say the weather. As much as I sweat and as much as I bitch, moan, and complain about sweating, no, it is nice. And you know what? It's going to be weird because when I do a video on 10 things I missed about the United States, I might say weather as well. I don't think it's too good to have too much of anything, even if it's the weather. So too much heat, too much cold, somewhere in between. I think it's good to change it up. So it's really nice to have the heat for a while, get exposed to that, enjoy it. But I'm loving this weather. I mean, right now it is an exceptional day. It's like 50 degrees, which is like what, 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. It's sunny, so it is very nice out today. Super lucky for December in Jersey. But no, I think it's nice to have super hot, super cold, change of seasons, and everything in between. But I do miss the hot because it was I think the biggest reason. When it gets cold, it's nice, you can get comfortable, but then you have to worry about putting on too many layers. Over there, I mean, heck, flip-flops, tank top, shorts, you're set. All right, for number 4, I'm gonna say trikes. It's crazy, trikes and jeepneys. Yeah, I'll put jeepneys on that list too. As loud as they are, and the fumes and the smells that come off them, I mean, there's a part of them that's just in my heart. I love them. I think it's, what do I like about it? I like the fact that it's, we have nothing like that in the U.S. Everything is completely so overregulated. God, I think I mean, just imagine like a cop in Jersey seeing like a jeepney or a trike going down the road. I think they wouldn't even have time to pull you over. They might have like a freaking heart attack looking at that. Not making fun of the transport, because I do like it. I appreciate that it's like, it's bare minimum of what you need. It works and it gets people from point A to point B for the lowest amount of money possible. And yeah, I mean, if you use it for that, it's great. But yeah, we don't really have anything like that here. So for me, when I go there, I don't want to say I view it almost like a like a carnival ride, like wee, like having a good time. But I'll be honest with you, I think like when I sit there and I think about it, I'm like, damn, that is what I'm doing. It's like some people that is their transportation to and from work. for me, I go there and I ride those things, yeah, to go places, but to go places more as like a novelty. Like, oh, wow, this is fun. This is an adventure. You know, when I take a trike ride, even just cramming myself into the trike is half the adventure. Getting out's the other half. But trikes and jeepneys. All right, number 5. You know, I have to go with the food. Food is a hit or miss topic for a lot of people. I feel they either love Filipino food, and I'm not talking about Filipinos, I'm talking about foreigners. Either love it or, I don't want to use the word hate, but maybe like not their favorite. But no, there's a lot of dishes that I come to like and that I miss a lot. I mean, first of all, let's just put this out there. Regardless of liking the food, not liking the food, debate me about this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think Filipino breakfast is the superior breakfast out of anywhere. Now, I haven't been to every country and tried everything out there, but you know, the tapsalog or the tocino, basically whatever protein they have, garlic rice, a little bit of pickled papaya on the side, and then it usually comes with eggs sunny side up. I usually get scrambled with cheese, modify it a little bit, but I think it's a perfect dish. Steak and eggs with some rice. How could you beat that? But yeah, food. Now, what else? I love the soups, the sinigang. I miss that taste. There's no other soup here that I can think of that even remotely has those same notes. I mean, the only thing even close would be hot and sour soup, and that's still completely different. If anybody thinks of something, let me know in the comments. But, sinigang really is almost its own thing. And I think it's from the tamarind that they put in the broth or something like that. It gives it like that, I don't know, that sour, tart kind of taste. It's like sweet and sour and like savory all at the same time. You got all the vegetables and the pork in there. Oh, man. Yeah, so stuff like that. Or even all the barbecue dishes that they have, from the pork, the chicken, whatever. But food. And, man, miss it when Alex would make me the breakfast beef tapa. So she made that for me a lot. Super delicious. But what are some dishes that you guys miss as soon as you leave the Philippines? Let's see if there's a trail going through the woods here. All right, number 6. Now, I kind of touched on this with the trikes and the jeepneys, but just the all-around cheap transportation. Now, getting around might be a pain in the ass. The traffic, it's very congested. So getting from A to B, very difficult. But at least the cost of getting from A to B, very inexpensive. So, I mean, you can't really complain. Like I was just saying, flights were $30 round trip. I mean, that's incredible. All right, well, this trail is a dead end, but oh man. No, they have a lot of trails here. I mean, they got hiking trails through like the woods and the beach and stuff like that, and they have it might be like 11 miles of bike trail or something. I gotta look, 7 to 11 miles. It's something crazy because obviously it goes in a loop, so doubles. But 11's not double of 7, but I meant double of the length of the island, which might be around 5 miles. I'll look that stuff up. And side note, for those of you who have never been here and don't know, New Jersey, so Sandy Hook, it is not a state park, it's a federal park. And federal parks, now, if I'm wrong on this, let me know. I think, if not all, most federal parks, because it's federal land, you might be able to be nude on federal land to some degree. Correct me if I'm wrong. I felt like I've heard that before, but there is a nude beach here at Sandy Hook. It's called Gunnison Beach. You can look that up. But yeah, no, it's low-key Jersey's best kept secret. But yeah, believe it or not, a lot of people show up. You may or may not like what you see, what you come to find. But you might. So come out here and summer months, feel free to get butt naked and run around. There's people literally, I see people out there playing soccer butt naked on the, and like you saw how big these beaches are, huge. So just think, massive beach, and yeah, everybody's sneaking in some sort of booze or something like that. Not that you should, I don't condone that, I'm just saying people do. And yeah, you got a bunch of, well, sometimes a bunch of naked dudes out there playing soccer, but to each their own. But yeah, I don't know how we got onto that from cheap transportation. Oh man, but oh well, it is what it is. Oh, number 7, perfect timing here for number 7. I said, what I wrote down, nightlife and all around something to do. And here we go. Check out this sign. I'm gonna flip this around. Told you so. I knew they had a sign somewhere. So, and it's a look at the size of this parking lot. This thing is massive. Summertime, this fills up, and like I said, there's like, I don't know, 1,000 naked people on the beach. Oh, hey, and by the way, that's not the whole beach. That's just a small part of it, if anybody's thinking that. Like, oh man, the whole thing. No, this beach is, like I said, it's massive. It's at least 5 to 7 miles long. It's an island, so you got the beach side on one side, you got the bay side on the other. I want to say out of beach lot parking, where you can park and actually make it to a beach, I mean, there's got to be at least 17 different parking lots that are damn near this size. Maybe 1 or 2 of them bigger than this. But yeah, this place is huge. So, oh, I got this. Boom. Had a call. All those junk calls, they suck. Now that I'm back in the States, got my phone on, getting all those. Annoying. Big pine trees. Oh, so nightlife, that's where I was at. You know, honestly, I'm not saying Jersey doesn't have a nightlife, especially New York City's right across the water right there. I don't know what it is about it. You know, maybe it's, you know, when you grow up somewhere, maybe you're used to something, so it's not special to you anymore. It's like, oh, you know, because I went out a lot in my my young 20s. You know, maybe it's like, oh, I've been there, I've done those things, it's nothing special to me anymore. Or maybe it's not that. It feels like, one, there really is no nightlife, and 2, any nightlife that you find, the vibe and the energy, way different, completely unmatched. And I think that's one of the main reasons a lot of people wind up loving the Philippines as much as they do. You know, it's the high energy, it's the energy from the people. Everybody wants to go out, everybody wants to do something, especially, you know, between work and it being 1,000,000 degrees over there every day. You know, it really is. Nighttime's perfect. Everybody goes out, everybody, you know, drinks, parties. Filipinos know how to have a good time. They know how to have fun. So, but yeah, going out here, yeah, just something about it. Either you go out and you're disappointed. Not disappointed, but a lot of it's like, oh, you know, it was all right. It's boring or something. Or just not motivated to go out. You know, just something about being in the Philippines makes you want to get out there and live life. But what are your thoughts on that one? I bet that's going to be a big one for everyone. You know, missing the nightlife, the people, the energy, the excitement. I think it's probably going to be number 1 on everybody's list of most missed. But yeah, definitely missing it right now. All right, number 8. I don't know how else to say this besides there's no Karens in the Philippines. Anybody ever notice that? And maybe I'm oblivious to it, or maybe it's something that's just kind of lost in translation. Like maybe if I was Filipino and spoke Tagalog, I'd be able to pick up on things a little bit differently. Maybe some conversations that, you know, people are talking and, you know, that's what's going on right in front of me, but maybe I just don't, I saw that. I was like, wait, is somebody behind me? Scared of my own shadow. It's like someone's creeping up. Always good to look. You got to practice always. Keep sharp, stay vigilant. You're gonna need it on Walking Street, right? Anyway, damn, where the hell was I? Yeah, no Karens. I've never come across a situation like you do in America, and you just get somebody that you run across, even at a grocery store, that just for some reason they make it like their life's mission to solve problems that are not their own. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it. If you needed a textbook definition of a Karen, I guess it would be an individual that imposes on others to solve their problems or problems that are not of their own. And yeah, it just, I don't know. I guess people just don't have time for the bullshit over there. If you've come across it, let me know. I'd love to hear a story. And listen, I'm sure it's happened at least once. But no, it's not something that you commonly see. I feel like you could still be real with people over there. As far as I'm concerned, I know that articles that I've seen, things are changing, and I don't know. I feel like you could still joke with people there. I feel like you could say a lot more there than you can here. And people will totally understand, oh, it was a joke. You know, something's here, you might say, and all of a sudden you're canceled, or I don't know, worse, getting charges pushed on you or something like that. But yeah. So number 9, almost there. Number 9 would be the all-around affordability, you know. And I get it. It's one of those things. If you come from a country where you have a high dollar value to the peso, I mean, yeah, it's great. Life's great. But, you know, still for the average Filipino, I want to say last time I looked it up, and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say maybe the average Filipino maybe makes around $5,000, $6,000 US dollars a year. Now, yeah, there are some that make a lot more than that, but that's the average. There's a lot of people that probably make a lot less than that too. You know, so for them, life's a struggle. But yeah, if you go over there and hold on, you got a high value for your dollar to the peso. Yeah, life is grand. So coming back to the US, I mean, dollar against the dollar, everything's expensive. Boo-hoo, you know. It is what it is, you know. You can't complain about it. That's life. Just got to figure out a way to mix of work harder, work smarter, and yeah, got to keep coming up with funds for all the different adventures that you want to go on. So no complaining. But affordability, yeah, I do miss it. Like everything from, you know, just real quick, I did a video. I'll post that in the box. But basically, how much does it cost to live in the Philippines? And I think my video, being modest, is somewhere you could pull it off realistically pull it off around $2,000 US dollars a month. And that's being on a budget. That's not $2,000 and you're living like a king. You're living well, and you know, if you want to argue semantics or argue whatever, think of how you're living today versus how somebody 100 years ago lived. So it's like, yeah, that $2,000. Some YouTubers or other people on different videos might be like, hey, you know, you're not living like a king. You're living bare minimums, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, bare minimum compared to what or who? I mean, if you have a nice, you know, you have a nice place to live, you got food to eat, you got air condition, you got a hot shower. Life is good. Some people don't have those things. So some people, I think they don't, I don't know, you get stuck in the mindset or take it for granted a lot of common everyday things that, I mean, I guess, you know, a lot of people do have access to that. And I think obviously 99.95% of people who will ever see this video probably has access to those things. I'm just saying it because I like to think about those things, not take stuff for granted, and just, you know, those days where you're feeling a little down, a little depressed, maybe you're bored and you got to like just stop for a second and think, like, count your blessings, basically. You know, just think sometimes of the situation you're in and how fortunate. Think of all the things you're fortunate for. I mean, this is going off on a tangent now, so, but affordability. So if you can afford it and you get a chance to go, just yeah, don't take it for granted. So, and enjoy. And hey, finally at number 10. I'm sure some of you can guess what number 10 is already going to be. But before I get to that, I just want to say thanks for watching. And if you watch this channel for a while, most people already know as soon as I say I'm going to make this short, or long story short, it tends to actually go the opposite and be a pretty long video. Sorry about that. But yes, thanks for watching. And if you can, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, or share this with a friend or family member that you think can use this type of information. Or if you personally thinking about making the move, getting out there, maybe it's your first time, maybe it's your 10th time, or maybe it's time you think about retiring and moving there. If you want somebody to talk to, you know, send me a message. Not for, you know, any money or anything like that, but if someone's really thinking about making the move, yeah, I'd love to help out with answering any questions or clearing up any misconceptions. I'm gonna do a lot more videos on it, but yeah, no, learned so much over the last 20 months of living there. But all right, here I am. I made it to the Bayside, by the way. I'm gonna flip the camera around here in a second. Yeah, take a look. That's awesome. Water is so calm right now. Looks like glass. Well, if you didn't guess, it is the people. Number one thing, honestly, hands down, the people. You know, the country is totally blessed with natural beauty. The landscape, everything, the beaches. I mean, some of the top 100 beaches in the world over there. And they have everything. They got everything from mountains. What, 7,000 islands, you know? You got everything from the mountains. I think, what, Mount Apo is the highest mountain over there in Mindanao. Maybe like, I don't know, 10,000 feet. Something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, or fill in some more information for me if you can. But yeah, Mount Apo. So you got everything from mountains, obviously, endless beaches. You got tropical, you know, forest, rainforest. You got a little bit of everything. I mean, it's beautiful. But beauty aside from the natural landscape, it's really the people that makes it, I mean, just such a great place to go visit. You know, if people were nasty, or, you know, nobody wanted you there, or it was difficult to, yeah, if any of those, if people went and had a lot of bad times, bad interactions, it wouldn't make that place fun. Like, I don't really know. I mean, there's nice beaches other places, so if the people sucked, I don't think people would go there for the beaches if the people were crap. So yeah, in my opinion, number one thing I miss the most, Filipinos. Oh, yeah, no, I miss it. It's a good time. Got to get out there. Good time, good time. Oh, climbing out on these rocks, making it right to the edge. I'll flip it around. All right. So once again, this is Bayside. Beachside is other side. And yeah, everything over there used to be old officer housing. I think most of the military stuff here was originally built maybe late 1800s, early 1900s. And then I think it got like refurbished several times. I think the last time they used it for anything may have been the Nike missile silos during the Cold War. I could be off on that, but I think that's accurate. And that's, whoops, shit. That's one of them right there. Or something. Maybe that's not one, but I know they have all the, the old abandoned Nike missile airbase silo things. And not Nike like the shoe company. I forget what it stands for. It's an acronym. Someone help me out. Fill me in the comments. But yeah, no, that's I think that's about it. So I'm sure I missed a lot of things. I'm sure there's a lot of things I'm going to think of later. Listen, it wasn't a test, so I literally 10 seconds. What were 10 things off the top of my head that I miss about the Philippines? And I tried to put them in, like I said, some sort of order of importance. 1 being the least, 10 being the thing I miss the most. So, but hey, let me know what you think. Let me know what you miss. Or hey, if you ever went to the Philippines and you just effing hated it, let me know, and let me know why. Yeah, I'd love to start up a discussion on that. And like I said, write in the comments. Maybe your comments will help. I really want to get this podcast started. I know Gene's been busy. I've been busy. But yeah, maybe a few pokes of people showing some interest. I can get Gene a little interested a little more and get some of these podcasts going. I really want to have these conversations because really helps me make up my mind on things, helps me see things with clarity. So it's like, you think you have, I'm sure some people like this. Every single time you think you have everything all figured out, you never stop learning. You always learn something new. And quite often it might just come from somebody unexpected. Somebody might say something and you'd be like, damn, never thought about it that way. Whatever the topic is, give you new information, new insight. But that's why I like having those conversations. That's why I feel they're important. It's not just to help myself out, help the viewer. Ooh, something big jumped over there. I don't think that was that girl's too little to be throwing rock that big that far. You get seals here every now and then. Whales, stuff like that. Dolphins, whatever. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. So hey, life is short. Keep exploring, chasing dreams. Catch you in the next one.